me, and I am so sorry that I have not been able to talk about the Red Ranger Isekai. And it's a lot of fun. And yeah, there's other episodes. I'm gonna get to them. But let's talk for now. Let's talk about episode 3. So, Red has decided to kick it with Yhidra at her crib. So, yeah, well, they go ahead and achieve their dream and see if she can get it. And she become, she gets the honor back for her family. And he tries to find a way home, become a top tier adventurer. But they're visited by Princess TelTina and her companion. And then it's like, and it's obvious that he got that princess complex, and it's like, look here, listen, we're not letting anybody like that with the Red Ranger. We're not letting that Red Ranger hang out with us, because see, TelTina, she had gotten a hold in the previous episode. Her and Love got a hold of the mana seed that was in the other fella. There was the monster from the previous episode. It was actually just an old man with a little protrusion coming out of his forehead. Turned out it's like this little demonic mana seed, which can amplify power and come at a great cost that will turn a person into like a hideous monster. And it says, if not properly controlled like that. But so they need to find more of the mana seeds to try and stop whatever's happening with them. So TelTina asks Yhidra to accompany her on it, and then Red Ranger's like, I'll go too, I'm game. If we gotta save the world, then I'm game. Let's go. And so Lo's like, well, like I already said, they decide to get into it. It's like, oh, you wanna do this? I was like, Lo's like, yeah, I wanna do this. Like, well, you and your princess complex come here and let's throw hands. So Red Ranger morphs, and he's like, oh, so they get into it. It's like, Lo's like, oh, you're actually pretty decent, so I take you seriously. So he does, but time. So he gets so he ends up getting his more powerful sword, and Red Ranger's like, ooh, you know what? You want to get serious? You want to get serious? You want to do this? You want to do this? Oh yeah, okay. The Megazord power. So, and immediately he just instantly just summons his Megazord, which is actually makes you think of like, why wouldn't Rangers do this? Almost automatically, although to be fair, there have been instances, but immediately I thought of it, but then I was like, oh my god, this thing's amazing and freakish. I'm still gonna fight you though, so immediately I think of this scene.
My turn! Time to meet the Green Ranger! Long live Empress Rita!
He didn't quite do that, but he does indeed land a hit on the Megazord, which is kind of like the reverse of when Red does it to like giant kaiju monsters. He has no problem throwing hands. So that's a pretty cool little like twist. That's a pretty cool little reversal of what typically happens. It's like, oh, and he ends up tricking him and summons the Megazord's power sword, and then just sends him flying with a big giant gust of wind. So he Loa reluctantly says like, oh, fine, let him come with us. But at the same time, TelTina's like, it could be that either we let him come with us and hang out and help us to save the world, or we could let him just roam free and he could be kind of a bigger threat because he's kind of dumb and he really don't know what he's doing. So, which one is it? So it's like, agreed, okay, let's go. I reluctantly. So, almost immediately, they go find out they were trying to go to the town that never sleeps to find out more info about the mana seeds. So, they end up running into so eventually they're getting more information, or trying to start finding information. They end up finding out that, oh, yeah, the city's lord ends up has like one of the mana seeds, and because due to the powers of the mana seed that he has embedded in his hand, he's able to kind of like be like 2 steps ahead of the Red Ranger by attacking from his blind spots. and it gets pretty rough, and it's the kind of, again, it's the reversal, and Red Ranger's in a little bit of trouble, and yeah, it gets pretty freaky, but there's a funny bit where it's like TelTina's like begging low, like, dude, go help him. It was like, I would, but I just like seeing him get butt kicked because I'm pretty salty and I got a princess complex. But ultimately, that's where that episode ends. We're gonna get to the next one as soon as possible. But I'm loving it. I want like there's like really silly things. It's like, hey, you just like, I like how Yhidra points out that, yeah, you know, your powers of bond is kind of inconsistent. Again, making more nods to Super Sentai and stuff like that, and just now I feel like it's kind of veering into more of the fantasy elements, and the Sentai Toku parts are kind of taking a little bit of a back seat, which is interesting. Yeah, I think this is pretty fun. I think this is a pretty fun episode, especially like the battle between like the Red Ranger and Low, and yeah, just like immediately summoning the Megazord. I remember seeing this. I just saw it a little bit in the trailer, like, ooh, like, so it's like, yeah, let's do it. I like that. I like it a lot, and I'm going to continue watching. Now that I have time, I have a little bit more time, and I'll be able to talk about this a little bit more. Hopefully I'll talk about it next week, and yeah, that's pretty much it. But that's going to be it for this video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn your post notifications if I post another video. And I'll see you in the next one, because this is delicious. Peace.